Right, we are here after the big announcement from Payton Page with his father, Eric. Eric, first off, what's your feeling having this decision done and the process closed for you?
Wow, I'm thrilled that it's over. It's been a long process. I'm happy for him with the opportunity that it presents him. I think Clemson's a phenomenal program. The resources and the amount of time and effort they put into building resources around their football program is second to none. All the schools that he chose, were pretty good with academics and everything, but just the structure of their resources built around the program, I haven't seen anything like that.
How did it make you feel knowing that Coach Bates and Dabo targeted your son and said he's the only defensive tackle we're going to go after for this class?
Well, knowing that they kind of put all their chips into, one player, was humbling. So we were all excited about that. Clemson was kind of late to the game in terms of offering Peyton, but I came to find out later it's just a process they use for recruiting. So they wouldn't have been among the early offers that he received, and I respected that a whole lot. I'm a businessman myself, and I understand the importance of having policies and procedures in place, and more importantly, following those policies and procedures. So I've always been real impressed with the way Clemson has recruited him.
What are your thoughts on Coach Bates?
Um, really good guy, easy to talk to. My personal feeling with coaches, and Coach Bates can probably attest to this. My personal feeling when it comes to talking to coaches a lot when they're recruiting is I feel like it's kind of like seeking advice from the fox when you're building your chicken house. It it's counterintuitive to me. So I purposely stay distance from them. But in spite of that, his efforts to reach out have always been timely, never overreaching. He's always been very humble. We've had coaches kind of blow up to Peyton, and it wasn't too long ago either, that have really said some things to him that probably, you know, wouldn't have jived well in a program like Clemson. So they got eliminated as a result of that. If you're showing us your true colors, then we know who you are. And that decision came easy for us to eliminate some programs. With Clemson, I can't think of one person. In fact, I can give you an example. One of their recruiters, one of the assistants, were showing us, just our family, through the stadium. And Peyton reached into a cooler in the locker room and was grabbing a Gatorade at the same time he was asking, could he have a Gatorade? And the assistant stopped him and said, I can't do that. All I can offer you is water, and we don't have any down here. I can get some to you when we get back to the office. There was no one around. He could have easily gave Peyton that Gatorade, but he didn't. And that spoke volumes to me, because being the high status recruit that he is, we've had a lot of different offers from a lot of different people, which were, to me, opportunities to teach him about right and wrong in this process. But we've never had a problem with Clemson. And to be honest, we hadn't had problems with Carolina or University of Tennessee either. In that regard, I feel like it's worth mentioning that I think the job that Mac Brown is doing at Carolina is nothing short of phenomenal. I really think he's really on the cusp of being great there. Coach Pruitt at Tennessee, same thing. He's probably a year away from being competitive, maybe two, from being really competitive, in the SEC. So my hat's off to all of them. I mean, they've done a great job recruiting Peyton.
All right, we all know he's a great football player on the field. You know him at home. What's he like off the field?
He's a clown. Like Coach Davis said, he's a big kid. He is. He really is. Laughs, jokes, all the time. Probably jokes too much, more than he should. But again, this whole process has matured him tremendously. So at home, we're proud of the person he is in between the lines on the field. but we're probably even more proud of the young man that he's become through this process. So couldn't be more happy with him.